What's up, traders? Greenwood Stock Trading here with the market recap. We have Intrinsic once again, and we are just going over the state of the market. It's like the president, State of the Union. This is the state of the market. So we're having a lot of big moves finally return after a couple months, and just want to dive right into some of these stocks that are big movers. Kind of analyze what's making them move, and then try to give us some tools in order to see how we can be in front of these moves so that we can profit from them. So the first thing I saw was COCP, Cocoa Crystal Pharma. And so this stock, basically, we've been talking about stocks going from very little volume to no volume. So we got a lot of training coming up. We got programs, stay tuned. But one of the main elements, this is a secret that many people don't know. I've never even heard of anyone mention this concept of volume differential. And so most people just talk about volume, but nobody talks really about volume that preceded higher relative volume. So this is one of the things. This is a freebie. This may make you $1 million. When a stock goes from almost no volume, you see this. We traded 1 million shares yesterday. So there's some volume here, but today we traded over 500 million shares from 1 million. That's 500. That's 600 times the amount of shares traded. We look for 10x. Once a stock trades 10 times as much as the volume the previous day or the average volume, then we make this a very strong candidate to make a play on. So you got anything to add to that?
Oh yeah, I just add to, like I said, that's been one of the most powerful patterns I've seen work here recently. It's been one of the most consistent. And one of the things that I've noticed about the no volume to some volume concept is that even when it goes from no volume to some volume, if you're watching intraday, you can still buy pullbacks because they will make drastic pullbacks, but you just got to figure out, if it's pulling back to support, and if so, that'll be a great entry.
Right. I'm looking at Reed's Inc. And so I remember this stock from a long time ago, but again, we traded, let's see, we traded 253,000 shares yesterday, and today we trade almost 100 million. So, like you said, just looking at the 5-minute chart, the first pop, I mean, if you just wait for the pullback down to 119, I mean, you can get a scalp, you can hold. I mean, we're holding right now. So, and like I said, this is something, I mean, look how the volume is filling in. It really never goes past, at times it dipped, but, it really didn't go past under a 500,000 shares every 5 minutes for a while. And then you see volume picking up. We get 2 million shares towards the end of the day. So, like I said, that's what we're perfecting a system. Once we have it perfected, trust me, we will release it so people can take advantage of it. Again, we do make a lot of good calls in our Discord. Be sure to join that. Join the Twitter as well. But looking at COCP once again, looking at the catalyst, what made this stock run? COCP. They had some COVID news, so unfortunately, they dropped an offering on everybody, and you see what the effects are: 346 to 174, basically cut the stock in half. So we don't want to talk about how unethical that seems, but that's what happens. I had my stop in at 303. Thankfully, I got stopped out a little bit before, and I mean, this thing just dumped. So, we're looking at basically a COVID play, and then BTX. Once again, I mean, this thing went from $3 to $90. Um, Incredible move, but again, there is no limit to how far these stocks can run. I mean, it's just not. So, be looking for a bounce. I mean, this should pull back at least somewhere in the 40s, I think, but we never know. Reed's was a distribution partnership kind of deal. they ran up 44%, and CVS is, I guess, carrying whatever they're selling. Again, I mean, I'm not the biggest fundamental guy. I look at volume, I look at the moves and catalysts. So again, CVS is carrying whatever they're selling. They're partnering with CVS. So again, that created this volume from, 1 million or 250,000 to 89 million. So I'm looking for this to continue to make a move, because obviously a stock is not even looked at to a stock being heavily traded. That's momentum. Now it may fall off, it may tank, but again, we're looking at 10x. We're looking at 10x volume for the indicator for the biggest move. We saw another easy one, ISNS. Yeah, ISNS. Was that it? I think. Yeah. Let me pull up the daily. So again, ISNS. If you're looking at this stock trading 1 million shares, the next day it does 44 million. That's 44 times the volume. Really, all you have to do is get in on some kind of pullback, some kind of, once it pops and it starts getting this huge volume, once it pulls back and it holds support, okay, all you have to do is get in on the support, set your stop right below, because it really shouldn't break the support. Here I'm probably risking $6.81. I'm risking all the way down to this moving average. So I'm risking 50 cents to get, $5 or $6 is what my mentality is. So, I mean, you can take profits anywhere. You can scale out. But once this volume starts picking up, there's really no need to sell, especially if it's holding this moving average. And we see what it ended up doing. So I don't know if they dropped an offering or what the case may be, but you got to be taking profit somewhere around here. So you get a nice move from 7 to 13. And again, what's the volume we're trading? We're going from 1 million to 44 million. The next day we only did 38 million. So the good thing is sometimes these stocks, there's so much buying and selling on the first day of these huge moves. The next day, it doesn't even have to get half the volume sometime, and it makes a bigger move because now the sellers are out, the shorters are out, the scalpers are out, and so you can have a decent move. TYHT. And now this was a Discord play. Somebody called us out in the Discord. And again, once again, we keep seeing this pattern. The first big volume spike went from 24,000. Okay, so 24,000 to 2 million. 24,000 to 2 million. Okay. Again, that's another big volume day. I always say before these stocks go parabolic and run, there's a pop. So we see that we saw the pop, consolidation. We get another pop. Even if you just get in here anytime during that day, you had a slight pullback the next day, and it flagged, and you could enjoy a nice ride from $7 all the way to 18. So again, this continues to play out. There's a lot more to it than just simply looking at volume. You have to look at time. You have to look at different stuff. But like I said, we're getting the system together so we can nail these and be sure we do it in a timely manner. You got anything to add to that, Trent?
Yeah, I mean, the main thing I would say when you're trading these no volume or some volume plays, you definitely have to have a plan and you have to be disciplined, because when you trade these, like the trade should play out how you think it should, and when it doesn't, you have to be out. You can always be on the sideline for reentry, but let's say if you're buying on support, if it breaks that support, you don't really want to be hoping and wishing, because sometimes they'll break support and they'll come back. Sometimes they don't. But I mean, if you catch a couple times when they don't come back when they break support, then I mean that could drastically, reduce your capital and end up in some huge losses. So if you're gonna play these, make sure you have a plan and you're being very disciplined, because you won't be able to nail and hit a home run on every single one. But if you trade these with discipline and you're consistently looking at, following the rules, I mean, you can definitely make some really good money on these kind of plays.
So we had PRPO as well. Prime example. I mean, this stock, the stock ran up, and I mean, the market is being kind of tricky because, for one, you get this move, and I mean, just 2 weeks ago, these kinds of moves were selling completely off. There was no sustained volume. There were false breakouts. You get stopped out, and you move on. So right now, PRPO, they get a rapid test, a Cocp rapid test on Amazon. So that was the news that drove this stock. But I mean, look what happened. If you don't have some kind of plan, if you're not getting in early, just watch it, because it's really not worth the risk. If you're getting in at the top because it's running, you better be looking to sell at some point, as soon as the market opens, or really, pre-market. But again, it's just really not worth the risk if you're not catching these early, because again, a lot of people, I mean, somebody's buying up here at 8, 9, and still holding this bag. So just be sure you're trading smart, using stops, and really scan the market. 30 minutes a day, an hour a day, whatever it takes. You're gonna have to look at the market condition, and these things change in a day. Trends, sectors, all this stuff changes in a day. You had semi LEDs. I mean, look at the first pop. Again, I say it starts with a pop. This thing got a pop, 99,000 shares, and then the next thing you know, you get 500,000 shares on a 5-minute candlestick at $4, and then you double that, and then it sells all the way off. So you just really you really better taking profits in this market, because some of these aren't even giving you a chance to get out. So yeah, be smart. Look at the market. Check out our Discord. Check out our Twitter. We're going to be doing these all the time. Website coming soon, so stay tuned for that. All our programs, our mentorship packages, all of those are going to be available soon. Free courses. We got a lot coming. So want to just give you guys a authentic alternative to trading community. We know a lot of people are not in these trading groups for the right reasons, and we just want to give you a safe place to get information and be sure that you trade safe, and let you make a little bit of money from some of our calls. So that's about all I have. You got anything else?
All I'll say is I always reiterate just having a plan and being disciplined. And if you can do that, I mean, sky's the limit.
Definitely. So yeah, definitely make sure you have a plan, even every day, every stock. I mean, don't get in here trading. If you chase, I mean, I trade breakouts every now and then. COCP was a breakout, but you have to make sure you limit your loss. How much are you willing to lose before you even enter the trade? Where is support? Where is resistance? That's something we talk about in our book, 5 Steps to Trading Hot Stocks Profitably. You have to have a plan. So if you don't plan, if you what's the saying? if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. So hope you guys learned something. You can always DM us, comment, let us know what you think about the video, and we will see you on the green side. God bless.